What's up, Derrick?
What is up? What's the deal, man? What's going on with you?
No, just long, especially today. Really long day at work.
Yeah, it's been kind of long for me too. So we're gonna do the best we can. We're gonna talk on a couple subjects. Hopefully we get a full hour. If not, that's all right. We trying to do it while we at work and shit. So I'm at work. But what's been going on with you,
Yeah,
man?
just a horrible week at work. Just a
You got
horrible week.
promoted. How's it horrible?
Yeah, um, my boss got fired today, so it was just everything was. It was just a bad day.
Well, man, I was excited to talk to you, man. I've been seeing you hustling on YouTube, man. What's been the motivation lately, man?
Doing the live streams, that was the main motivation to come back. And
No. What's been the
no, it
motivation
was.
to put out content?
Was doing the live streams to get me back. That's what kicked it off again. Because if I didn't start doing the show with you, I probably, what's up, TNT, CSL, I probably would have kind of still stalled on my channel. So, and not only that, but somebody, I'm not going to say his name, Derrick, has been like jumping on my ass and being like, yo, put some shit out. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you need that 1K, man. You know, you want it. Don't you want to? Do you still want to get monetized, or you like kind of really don't care for real?
No, I actually do want to get monetized now. Fuck yeah.
I think when we started the podcast, it was at like I want to say maybe 751, and I think you're at like what, like 766 now.
773.
773. So you went up some more.
Correct. I've been
Oh,
putting a short out daily.
up it. Do two shorts a day.
Okay.
No,
Run
you
that shit.
just do one short a day.
But
Well,
welcome everybody watching. You guys are fucking amazing. We're live, and Derrick came up with some goddamn amazing subjects like always.
that's what it's about, man. This is the Reptile Love Show where we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the hobby, man. So since we here, man, I'm gonna give you a topic. I'm gonna get your take on it, man. So what state are you in? And go with me. I'm going somewhere with this. What state are you in?
Nevada.
What's one of y'all snakes that's native or that's not native? No, I shouldn't say that's being too. What's one of the snakes that you can find in Nevada?
Rattlesnake. There's the Great Basin. There's the Western. There's the speckled rattlesnake.
Not
There's the
venomous. Not
Mojave.
venomous.
Oh, okay. There's gardener snakes. There's bull snakes.
Okay. Okay. You gave me one. Now, what would you do if I told you right now? I said, BPL, I will pay you to go out and kill snakes. Would you do it?
Fuck no.
What do you think about the people that do?
It's gonna be touchy for okay, so I get a lot of hate now, right? Especially recently doing the shorts. Um, I've had this guy saying, oh, because I say it in my videos, I do live feedings. If you do frozen thawed, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this is what I do for me personally. It works best for me. And he's like, well, what if I fed you to my anaconda? Okay. What if you tried? Would you end up with a blade in your throat? I don't know. Maybe. I'm just being real, though. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, stupid comments like that, dude. I'm like, whatever. But as for people that go out there and they, like, kill snakes, because I know what we're about to jump into, it's bullshit. Okay,
You think
because
so?
in my personal opinion, yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
So why haven't you spoke? Okay, so you think it's bullshit. Why haven't you advocated against it?
Because I didn't know they were doing that shit. Let me put it up now. All right. Honestly, like, I don't pay attention to fucking others, like Florida and all them. Like, I didn't know this was a thing. I knew people did it, but I didn't know, like, there was. Okay, I'm going to put it up.
Okay, let's put it up.
This,
Let's read it.
This
Okay.
is bull.
Hold on, let me
This
read
is bullshit.
Python. Well, in the Florida and the Everglades, they have invasive species. They are hunting. I want to say the Burmese pythons, and the invasive species. So last month, a python hunter won $10,000 after he was the top person to capture the most Burmese in a Florida challenge, and he got the money and he captured 28 snakes. And So my question to you, BPL, is now, and we're still going to talk about this. Now let's take it down. We'll get everybody's opinion in the chat. Now that you know they are hunting species in Florida, what are you going to do about it? I'm curious.
It's bullshit. Okay, so you want to say invasive, right? Are we all not as humans invasives anyway? What do we do naturally? We start building more and more shit, taking away more and more wildlife. Do we not? So if anything, why don't we do a purge? It's okay to go kill snakes and everything else, but it's not okay to do a purge. You see what I'm saying? But we're destroying their natural habitat. I understand you want to say the Burmese is invasive, but yet we're not. We're invasive. We take over places that are. Look at Las Vegas, right? In Nevada. Vegas in 19 something, like 04, 1919, around there, 100 people. 100 people, population. Now look at it today. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, you gotta to understand this subject. You gotta dive deep into the topic, and like you said, talk about invasive. When you talk about that word, what's your definition on it, BPL? Invasive. When they say the Burmese are invasive to Florida, what does that mean to you?
Not naturally from there.
Okay. Does it mean like they're damaging the habitats or killing off other snakes? You gotta look at it.
Okay, are we not killing animals to go hunting and eat shit just for the fuck of it? Are we not deep frying deer, elk, antelope, snakes, sadly, rabbits, bear, goats, rams? Like, if we could do it, like, that's a touchy subject for me, Derrick. Like, this one grind, like, not to use that word phrase, but like that grinds my fucking gears, bro. Like, that gets me fucking heated and going.
Yeah, I feel you now, Eric. I feel what you're saying. I read the article. It said they had like, it said they had like, they didn't have hundreds. I think when I read the article, I think they said they had like 232 hunters that competed in this competition, and I think they caught like a total of 300 something Burmese from the start of the competition to the end. But my thing is, it's hard to, as a reptile community, my question to y'all in the chat is, are we against people hunting snakes or are we for it? And if we're, and if, you got to think about it. Look at Nerd. Nerd attacked us for live feeding. Why aren't we attacking people that are killing snakes? You know what I mean? For me, it's a touchy subject because I got friends. Like I got a lot of friends in the industry. My phone book is insane. Shout out to Tyler Nolan. Shout out to his assistant Pepe. He hunts pythons. But my thing to you is, is Florida worse with the Burmese or are they better off with them? Because to me, I thought invasive meant the Burmese were down there killing other species. Is that true? Do Burmese eat other snakes? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they eat anything they get their hand on, but at the same time, you could use it as human. Okay, we will have to be for it for invasive only. Yeah. Okay, but like at the same time, what's up, cold blooded, Eric? But we are invasive as ourselves, right? As humans, we take over and we build more and more shit on natural wildlife grounds. And now look, I mean, what are we going to eventually have? One gigantic fucking state city?
For me, I would like to see Florida revamp their program. I think that them paying, if they can afford to pay one guy $10,000 because he caught 28 snakes, to me, I feel like you could pay these people to catch these snakes and rehome them, send them out of state, put them on a plane, ship them to people that want to keep them, that are allowed to keep them in other states. I think that killing them is a little extreme. I do think that, invasive species, are terrible. Like if you have invasive bees, they kill off other bee populations. I think that invasive species are bad, but I'm not for killing them. I like I said, I like to see Florida, pay people to catch them and send them out of state. You know what I mean? What's y'all take on it in the comments?
Because this is the same way people feel about life being. I'm sorry, but it has to happen. Yeah.
Now my thing to you is, how many Burmese do you think Florida's got? Because with these hunters, if they ask me, well, why would you want to stop the killing of these snakes? It's like, are we really putting a dent in the population? Because when a species is established, like humans, we're established. We're fucking everywhere. So it's like,
Right.
I think, to have a competition and to catch 300 snakes, I don't think that we're really putting a dent in the Burmese population, because I looked up the eggs that a Burmese lays. It's incredible. They lay up to 50 eggs in one clutch. And I was like, that's
Yeah.
from one female. So it's like you catch 200 and there's 4 females out there that can fucking triple what you just caught. So I think it's kind of a waste of time.
I'm reading the comments too. Like Cold Blooded said, hundreds of thousands, and this is okay. So, like, I want to bring up a little bit of last week that we talked about the lady that got eaten. So let's just say one of these hunters go out there. You are messing with it in its habitat now. It doesn't matter if it's at the end of the day if it's invasive or not, right? But if they get eaten, it's wrong, and they're going to kill the snake anyway. But it's okay for them to go hunting for the snake. I would like to see a video of someone being like, I want to kill this Burmese. And it's all, nope, wrapped you up, dead, eating you. Like, that would be cool. But, like, once again, this is why I think, I guess, different from a lot of people. Because, like I said, we as humans are invasive as well, like with everything. Like, we kill hundreds of things, and everyone wants to be like, oh, well, you do live feedings. You're an asshole. Okay, what? Yet you're putting out rat traps around your fucking house, and you're killing them anyway.
For me, I think it's an interesting topic, and I never really thought about it. Someone was talking to me about it the other day, and they kind of mentioned too. We'll jump into the next subject here shortly. So pretty much the consensus in the chat is people are against killing pythons. But I love that y'all are saying that, and I want y'all to keep that same energy. When you see people attacking our community, like we live feed our snakes. When you see people attacking us, shoot back at them. Hey, you're attacking them for feeding their snakes natural, the natural prey. Why aren't you attacking the people that are literally killing snakes down in Florida, getting paid to kill snakes? You know what I mean? It's like Nerd just put out that video about Jacob Fetter shooting an arrow through a chameleon's head. And they're like, well, he's killing this this chameleon. It's like, okay, well, make a video about these people. Actually, I might do that. I think I might do that. I think I might make a video about that. I might piss off Tyler Nolan's friend Pepe, but I think that is bad, and I like I said, I like to see them revamp it, because I don't think no animal deserves to get killed. Unless it's like a feeder animal. I know that sounds shitty, but I don't think really any animals deserve to get killed. And I love to see our reptile community, stand up to that. Hey, let's ship them. Let's find that state that Burmese are allowed. Let's get Florida on the bandwagon. Message USR. These animals are getting killed. Why can't USR step in and say, you know what, we don't want these animals killed. Let's send these people, here. Damn, Derrick, don't be a nerd. I don't know what he's talking about.
He's pretty much he's saying, but don't pull a nerd.
I think, but I think that it needs to be done though, because I think somebody needs to stand up to people killing these animals. You know what I mean? I think that, like I said, I don't know. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I think it's a crazy topic to talk about, and I don't really see a lot of people talking about it. It's like,
so let me ask you this:
Florida's like the fucking wild, wild west. You can go down there, you could kill anything. If that motherfucker's outside walking around, you could kill it, and nobody cares.
So let me add a little something to this, right? We're gonna bitch about people that do live feedings, right? And we don't like the people that kill snakes, but at the same time, right? At the same time, we all still like our steaks. We all still like ham, bacon. We all like turkey. We all like chicken, but yet we kill all these things, and nothing is said about that. But if you go look at those slaughterhouses, it's a lot worse than what I'm doing to my damn snakes, feeding them when I'm breeding my own rats to feed my snakes. And I got 2 new things coming that'll be different. All right, I got 2 Oh shit, what are they called again? The fucking lizards that I'm getting on Sunday.
Oh, you're getting some new animals? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting the Jesus lizard, but they're the basilisk. I'm getting
The
two basilisk
basilisk?
lizards. Yeah, dude.
I've been looking into wanting to get some Chinese water dragons, but I don't want to. Here's my fucking dilemma. I got enough animals. I don't want to add another animal because I live in an apartment. I'd rather just trade something to somebody, and nobody wants to trade. I'm like, hey, I'll trade you this, and they're like, no, you can buy this lizard or get out of my DMs. I'm just like, nobody trades animals anymore. They're like,
Yeah, no, I'm
shit.
getting two basilisks, dude. I'm stoked
How
about that.
excited is that, BPL, man? I love this. I love to see that, man. I love to see people, growing their collections and just chasing their dreams, man. And I love that, man.
So I'm getting the two basilisk lizards, and then I'm also getting a banana ball python.
How excited is that, man? I love that.
I'm stoked. I can't wait. Getting them Sunday, so I cannot wait, dude. It's gonna be great.
I want another Amazon tree boa. Big chicken and turkey and things like that are not creating a serious problem, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, still, we're taking a life to feed ourselves. But yeah, it's wrong for me to feed my snakes a rat that I'm breeding. You see what I'm saying? It's not like I'm catching rats in the wild.
Yeah. Now let's keep the show rolling, man. And I want to get your take on something, and I'm gonna give you my take on it. So I was on Instagram yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I follow a lot of people, and I came across a live that Kevin Nerd is doing. So long story short, I think a lot of these bigger channels are watching us, man, because they're still in our swag, man. So I'm watching this live that Kevin's doing, and he's like, I want to do a podcast. And I said, oh, I got to get BPL's take on this. So I'm kind of on the fence about it, but you want me to give my opinion first, or you want to give yours? So my question to you is,
first.
what do you think? Are we here for it? A nerd podcast? Are we here for it?
Fuck. Oh, no, you go first, because I'm going to blow this shit up real quick.
I'm on the fence, and I'm going to tell you why. I think a nerd podcast would be dope, and I'll tell you why. I know that they attacked me, and I'm not sour about it because it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. I mean, I'm on the way to having 16,000 subscribers. My views are through the roof. Now, I think that we need a nerd podcast. I'm here for it, and I'll tell you why. Kevin has knowledge that is unmatched. When it comes to taming monitors, I can't teach you how to do that shit. If I teach you how to tame a monitor, your fucking fingers are going to get bit off. But if he uses it how I think he's going to use it, because when I watched the live stream, what I got from it was he's going to do kind of what we're doing. He's going to address things he doesn't like, which I think is bad. A lot of people have been stealing my swag. I'm fucking weak. I think it's bad because if he uses his platform how I think he's going to use his platform, it's going to be a podcast of nothing but attacks. Because he was like, I'm going to address everything I don't like. So, my advice to people out there, if you do live feed, is brace yourself. I don't know if he'll mention anybody by name, but I think that, like I said, his podcast, if he uses it to dial out knowledge, it'll be a good thing. But if he uses it to attack people like I think he is, I don't think it'll be a good thing. And he kind of was jocking our swag. He was like, I'm gonna bring guests on and we're gonna talk about the hobby and we're gonna do this. I was like, I said, oh, Kevin been watching Big Reptile Talk.
Okay. Well, this is my thing on it.
So what's your take on it? A nerd podcast. Are we here for it? Yes or no?
No, and here's why. What's up, Venom? No, and here's why. Because if you want to tame I want to put someone in the comments on blast right now, and not in a bad way. But if you want to learn how to tame your damn monitors or whatever, go look at Cold-Blooded Monsters. Go look at his channel. He does a lot of stuff, and he doesn't do live feedings with them. It's rare when he does, but they're tamed to a T. He's able to touch them. He's able to interact with them.
Hey, I gotta interrupt. If he feeds crickets, that's live feeding. So he does live feeding.
I said he does once in a while.
I'm just kidding. I thought you said he don't, and I'm just fucking with him. If he's still in the comments, I'm just fucking with him. He don't live feed mice, but if he does cricket live feedings, then he does live feedings.
So honestly, if you want to learn how to tame your stuff, look at these small not to say this like in a bad way, but like look at the smaller channels that are doing success. Look at his channel. Like, dude, he's able to put his hands in there and touch them without being bit. But the minute you go to live baiting and that monitor, Tegu, whatever fucking like his black throats, they go crazy. They think, okay, now food is moving to it, you know, and that's the thing. I honestly believe if you look at smaller people that are growing still, like himself, like cold-blooded monsters, you will see the rate of success you can have. But if once again you go to live baitings, I can see problems there, whatnot. But as for Nerd himself, if he, even if I don't want to see it or like it, all you're going to hear if you watch his podcast is cry, cry, cry. I'm a little bitch. That's all you're really going to hear. He's going to be like, fuck this person and fuck that person. But at the end of the day, fuck you, Nerd. Fuck you, Ronnie.
I think that, honestly, I think him starting a podcast is more for, I don't think he gives really a fuck about the knowledge. What I mean by that is he's been saying it lately a lot that he's not making as much money off YouTube as he is as his other, counterparts like Brian Barczyk and Jay Brewer. He's not making the money that they're making. So honestly, I think that he's really trying to start a podcast to kind of do what we're doing. He's wanting those super chats. He's wanting those channel memberships. It's just another way for him to gain income. But like I said, I think that, if he uses it to spread knowledge, it's just an amazing asset to the community.
I still disagree. No. Two things. Venom, UGA all day. Go Dogs. Sorry. And two, no. Even, dude, once again, I have this huge problem. That's like me being like, yo, I seen this guy do the surgery on a ball python. I'm going to attempt it myself. You're not a fucking vet. No, I disagree with him being like, I know it all. Okay, if you know a lot, like you say, and you probably know quite a bit, but yet you have other bigger people just as big as you, or if not bigger than you, being like, you're fucking retarded.
Yeah, time will tell. It should be interesting. Like I said,
I disagree.
I think that'll be interesting. I'm going to watch it just to see what he's talking about. Like I said, I just hope that it's not. I hope he doesn't use it. I hope he doesn't. What is it? I hope he doesn't use his powers for bad. I hope he uses them for good, and just because right now right now the hobby needs unity and not division, because everywhere we're being attacked. You look at Georgia. Oh, yeah. You look at where Venom is from. They just lost a fucking ability to keep a lot of shit. Tegus, fucking Burmese, or a whole bunch of snakes down there. Whole bunch of fucking animals. Georgia lost the ability to keep them. I was watching a live the other day. They said in Alabama, you can't even fucking get a king snake. A king snake. And it blows my mind. So it's like,
what's up, Blakers? What's up, Brianna?
If he brings unity, it's good. But if he brings division, I think we should cancel it. So,
did I say your wife's name right?
My wife? Yeah, she's here.
Did I say it right though? Is it Brianna or Brianna?
I don't use that word. I say honey or baby.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying hello. And then Blakers, what's up? Thanks for joining.
So what's your kind of take on that too? And we'll talk about some more subjects here in a minute. But what's your take on that? Are you in fear? And are you supporting USARK? Are you in fear? How are you prepping for when the laws hit your state? Are you doing any kind of prepping?
I think it's going to be a long, long time before they even mess with Nevada. Nevada's really I mean, there's not a real ton of laws on stuff. Like, so here's the cool thing. Okay, so Nevada, right? Yes and no. Yes, you could keep venomous snakes, but they have to be native to the state.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you can only have them for 6 months of the year, and the other 6 months you have to release them when it's brumation time.
So you're not doing any prep. Well, I'm gonna give you some advice, BPL. What you're saying, every state was saying that. Oh, there's no laws here. And one day they woke up, boom, they couldn't keep a lot of shit. So,
Shit, if once again, we talked about this last time. If I already got it, you're not taking it from me. If you want to take it from me, you better come and get like blazing in with your fucking gun or something, because you don't know what I'm packing either. So I'm not just. I'm just saying, with the government saying like you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't do this, you can't do that. If I have something they don't want me to have, and I already fucking have it in my possession, they kiss my fucking ass. I don't give two fucks.
For me, I think that for me, seeing all these laws, I'll never be fearful, but it's definitely making me want to vamp up my breeding plans. I think that that's one of the big things that I'm gonna start looking into within this next end of the year, beginning of next year. When me and my wife and my son we move to a bigger place, I definitely want to start getting. I want to be breeding. I want to be like Kurtwood. Kurtwood is having clutches every time I look up. And I think I want to. I think I will. I won't be secure in my animals until I'm seeing clutches. Because then in my mind, okay, they can take whatever they want, but if I can breed it, I can keep. You know what I mean? I think that with these laws hitting every state, it's time to start preparing. Don't be scared. Just start preparing. Get what you want to keep, and not just get what you want to keep. Learn how to breed. That's the biggest key. Breeding is going to save you, because they can't take it if you're making it. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's like you can take whatever but if I get these 2 animals and I make 8 more, and I breed these 8 and I make 16 more, it's like I always have what I want. So I don't think that I'll truly be secure until I am breeding. But with that, we're talking about these laws. Let's jump into the next topic. Let's talk about Venom Fest, man. I know it's been going around. I know a lot of people have heard about it. Let's flash this topic. Missouri Snake Show. Now, this is next door to me, which kind of frightened me a little bit because, Kansas City, Missouri is 10 minutes away from my house. Now, let's read this. Missouri Snake Show, Venom Fest, shut down after Cobra disappears. It was a 2-day event in Moscow Mills, Venom Fest. Saturday went off without a hitch, but the show was canceled after a deadly Egyptian cobra was unaccounted for. Now let's take that down. And now, what's your take on this? How does that make you feel, knowing that our hobby is under attack and we're still fucking up? And I want to tell you something. That article didn't give you everything, because I know a lot of people in the venomous community, and I heard that somebody got bit by a cobra, and not just that, I heard somebody got bit by a copperhead. So there was the news story didn't get it all. They covered up some of it. I heard that there was a lost cobra and 2 Hold on, somebody's trying to call me. Hold on, don't talk about the subject. Let me. I gotta leave and come right back. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Don't talk
you're
about
good.
the
I'll hold
subject.
it.
I'll get back.
All right. So while we're waiting on Derrick, like I said, I'm getting the banana ball python on Sunday and 2 basilisk lizards. They are known as the AKA Jesus lizards because they run on water. And I'm stoked about that because, they're going to be fed live feedings, dubia roaches, crickets, stuff like that. And I'm stoked, man. That's going to be badass. What's up, Madman Serpents? Morbid. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait to get these 2 lizards. Plus the banana ball python, bananas really, it's great to have in the collection. It's beautiful. And I personally, it's coming from Mellow Yellow Exotics. It's going to be nice. So I actually am getting into lizards. Like I always said, no, until I got a monitor, but I'll take the 2 basilisks. Those are dope.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It's kind of work shit. I'm a little busy. I'm trying to still do the podcast though. So my question to you is, news story sees that this deadly Egyptian cobra's loose. And not just that, they didn't even really get the whole story. I heard that there was 2 bites. Now, what's your take? Give me your opinion on that. How do you feel knowing that we're under attack? We're losing our rights every day, and we're still fucking up.
I got a negative, but a positive. Okay, the positive is somebody found that cobra and just got a kick-ass fucking animal, right? That's what happened, right? Hopefully, and but the negative is once again, especially with venomous, keepers need to be more aware. As much as they're like, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. At the same time, are you doing enough? That's my personal take on it. Like even with ball pythons or retics or Burmese, whatever you want to bring up, rosy boas, whatever, and it gets out. Are you doing enough to make sure your animals are secure, even when selling at shows? Like you have to take, especially at a show, right? At an expo, you need to take the extra steps of precaution to make sure everything is secured properly. And I understand. It's like, I get it. Like, I totally get this, and hopefully everyone else does. Like, when you're in an expo, especially when you're selling, it's like, oh, hey, what's up? Whoever it is, like, good time, haven't seen you in a while, blah, blah, blah. But is there those moments where you're excited to see everybody that you do a little less or forget to do some? And that's where venomous keepers I feel like, are hurting. Not all venomous keepers, but those ones are hurting the reptile hobby more and more than people that have non-venomous.
For me, I think to see that the fucking craziest thing is, I know the people that throw Venom Fest. They are Mickey and Tamara Meyer, I believe. I might be saying their names wrong. I don't know them, but I know of them. Because I keep up with a lot of people. If I'm interested in you, I keep up with you. And I was wanting to get them on my podcast. And the crazy thing is, last month they threw a show in Missouri, and I went to it. It was a reptile show, and I got my ball python from there. I got a yellow, it's a pastel, beautiful ball python. And to me, it hurts my heart to see this because I'm a reptile lover, and I know that the laws in Missouri, they about to crack down. They about to fucking crack down because this shit hit national news. And it's a bad thing, but I'm just so glad that the news didn't get wind of the bites, because I don't know how they covered it up, but I know there was 2 bites. I got so many messages. My inbox was dinging. So I think that being a big and here's the crazy thing too. They got it wrong because they think that the cobra was stolen. So I kind of called around, and the person that lost it was like, look, my shit was secure. There's no way that cobra got out. He was like, when I had my back turned, he thinks somebody stole it. Which it could be a cover story, but even still, the news said it's loose. It's a national, TV media story. I think that Missouri's fucked. I think if by the middle of next year, Missouri don't have some new laws, I don't think they can just pass the laws. But if you don't see USARK talking about Missouri next year, I'll be surprised. I think that they're gonna hit them hard because a cobra. Imagine if somebody would have got bit, bro.
Yeah, especially by an Egyptian cobra. That's bad. That's very bad.
It's crazy, bro. And I wish they could have just gave them sanctions, but I think that we gotta do a better job of policing ourselves. And I keep harping on nerd, but they want to be the police of the hobby. You can't just police who you want to police. You have to police everybody. You can't pick and choose. I think that, even us, I think that we gotta, I don't know. How do you address that? What do you say to them after they lost the cobra? What would you say to them?
Once again, how much precaution did you put in? And not only that, if it's on your table and you're saying somebody stole it, right? How much were you paying attention to your own table? That's how I see it. Like straight up, like, okay, I have all this venomous in front of me. I'm showing them off. I'm going to look this way for a second, look back. Oh, cobra's gone. Like, you're telling me that
I don't know if Eric is still here. I'd love to get Eric's part of it, because Eric is in the venomous community. He has cobras. He has a lot of that shit that one bite will mess you up. For me, I'm just glad I'm not in that community. I mean, if it's something that you enjoy, good. But for me, I gotta comprehend. I'm just like, you know what? This is not for me. Something bad is gonna go happen, and I'm gonna get bit. You know, it's a matter of time. It was crazy because I could just feel that shit in my bones. It's like, you know what? I got this copperhead. I bitched to my wife. She finally let me get it, but now I'm kind of regretting it. I'm like, something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be tore up. You know what I mean?
Nah, I say it the other way. I think that as long as you're, once again, you precaution, like you make sure you're taking every step necessary, it's okay. But the minute you're like, it's all good, and then the next day you check and you're, even if it's at home and it's not an expo, and you're like, everything's fine, and then the next day you're like, oh shit, my cover's out. You took the wrong precautions to making sure that shit was not secure fully. There's no one to blame but you. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but now, once again, you are messing up the reptile community. You're messing up everybody else, even if they don't have venomous. Because people are going to realize, or not realize, but they're going to put, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It really doesn't. They're going to put venomous to non-venomous and be like, they're still deadly. No, they're not. There's a difference. This is why we have venomous and this is why we have non-venomous, right? But yet to the eye of the news and the everyone that wants to play that role, they're like, no, like nerd, someone left a giant snake in my parking lot. Shut the fuck up. You staged your shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. No one put a goddamn 10, 20-foot fucking snake in front of your place and been like, we couldn't keep it. You mean either one, someone actually really donated that to you, or two, you showed a snake that you don't really show on your camera because you have tons of snakes, and you put it outside to be like, someone dropped this off, or just, I don't know what happened. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh. BPL. Now, this news story, flash that picture again. I wanted to see if you catch it. Nobody caught it. Flash that picture again.
The venomous one?
Yes. Oh, shit. I sent you the wrong one. Okay, the same story on another news article. They posted the same story, but the picture that they used was a ball python.
Oh, are you see what I'm saying? See the ignorance? See the damn ignorance? That's like saying it doesn't matter, spot nose, the pastel, the double heads I got, to the bell, to my cinnamons, to my pieds, to my clown, to my spider. Oh, the spider, look how he kinks his neck. It's probably a venomous snake. Ooh. I just want to strangle dumb people. Why do they exist? You should have been swallowed at birth.
It's so much stuff going on in the world right now that, you know, like I said, for me, I love my hobby, but I'm not totally secure in it because I feel like they could just come in and snatch it at any time. So again, like I said, get what you want, start breeding, because every time I look up, it's a news article. You know, I could get online right now and type in snake. It's gonna give me 50 articles of shit that's going on around the world. So I think that is just, you know, like Joe said, from Venom-Proof Cages, protect yourself and protect the hobby, man, because this shit could be gone at any time, man. And before we keep going, man, I gotta ask you, man, when you doing your next show, man? You don't know yet?
For us, Thursday. The other one, I don't think it's happening anymore.
Wow, what's going on? If you don't mind me asking.
No answer.
Oh, he's been busy.
But when it comes down to it, not to change subjects, but I actually know for a fact that I got a male basilisk on the way and a female, and they're already cohabiting with each other.
No, this is good. This is reptile talk. That's what this show is about. Reptiles. That's what we want to hear. Who'd you get it from, if you don't mind me asking?
Mellow Yellow Exotics. I was there when he bought them as little baby lizards, and now they're like, bam. I'm like, all right. And then the one has a horn already forming, so I'm like, all right. Give me some babies.
Homeboy, ain't it? Mellow Yellow. He's been in your house, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's actually he's moving. That's why. So.
Oh, so he's selling to you. You hope you got a good deal, man.
The banana, he's and both, no charge.
That's what's up. Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and breed your basilisk?
Oh yeah.
Look out, BPL, man. You ain't playing around over there, my boy.
No, I'm trying to grow this collection. I'm trying to have every square inch of my house filled with snake or lizard now.
Right, right. Well, I've been kind of thinking about, and we can say this on here. I've been kind of thinking about plans for our show, man. You know, maybe bringing on guests, kind of getting they ideas on hot takes of hot topics, and bringing on guests, and just what's your idea on that? What about adding a third? Maybe getting their idea on some of these topics that we're talking about.
I think that would be awesome because then we would get not only my opinion and your opinion, but we would get a third random opinion. And who knows which way they're going to go with it? Maybe they're like, you're an asshole for saying that, or maybe like I disagree. Maybe they're like, you're honest, like that's awesome. That's what we need.
Yeah, we might look into that, bringing somebody on and getting their ideas on what's going on in the world, man. Because like I said, a lot of crazy shit is going on. Like flash that next one about this woman getting pulled over.
So I do got a question before you read this one. Where was this located? Because I see RPD, and that instantly makes me think of Reno Police Department.
I don't remember exactly where, but it was just a story that caught my eye. And I think that, hold on, let me read some of these comments. Oh, okay. A lot of people in the chat, man. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for stopping by, man. This is an amazing show where we talk about just stuff that's going on in the hobby, the good, the bad, the ugly. Now, let's read this, man. Woman transporting over 50 snakes and other animals with children in car taken into custody. Locals assisting with the rescue and the rehousing of the animals. Now, my question to you, BPO, is how does that make you feel, man? Knowing that this woman had 50 snakes in one car.
Pissed
they
off?
Got caught.
No. And pissed off about RPD. Once again, in my mind, it's Reno Police Department where I stay. I'm like, this probably happened locally. But no, it pisses me off. And here's why. The lady, I feel like, doesn't need to deserve that, especially because they don't say they showed a non-venomous snake there, correct? So with that being said, if I'm doing a show to an expo, and let's just say I have 50 ball pythons in my car, in my Lexus, and I got my 2 kids and my wife in there, are they going to say, oh, this is dangerous? And think about this. When you do expos and you're starting to sell, right, you're not getting rid of your big females, your big males mostly. It's babies and stuff that you don't want to keep. And I have that already. Let's try to sell it to somebody. And I get that. But at the same time, this is something a person is doing out of the love and respect they want to do for reptiles. So she's probably breeding them, okay? And then on top of that, they make it seem like this lady is causing harm to her children. When her children probably, like my 2 boys, love to be around the snakes and love to watch them feed. Like all my shorts that everyone's seen all week, both my sons were hovering nearby, and I was like, hey, don't get your shadows in this video because I don't want to get marked for kids. But they were watching in the background.
I disagree, BP. I think she fucked up. I think she fucked up big time.
No, hold on. Here's one more thing for you. Were they all in containers, or were they all just randomly loose in the car? That's the problem.
I think they were in containers. I don't think they were loose, but even still, I think she fucked up. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say I had a collection like fucking Mutation Creation. Ain't no fucking way I'm transporting 50 snakes in one car. Me personally, I would have to call my homeboy. Hey, BPL, I need you to pull up at the house. Hey, Iron Dog, my animal house, pull up to the house. I need to put 10 snakes in your car, 10 snakes in mine. So if we get pulled over, I'm only going to get caught with 10 snakes. 50 looks bad to a cop because a cop don't know our hobby. You got to think of the cop's perspective. The cop probably looked in that car and said, what the fuck?
So here's a story that I don't know a lot of people know about me. So it was my birthday, December 19th, and I believe it was 2020, right? Or if not 2019. I call Gray's Reptiles. I'm like, yo, dude, I want to buy these 2 pies from you. He's like, okay, you go on my fucking Morph Market, buy them there. I was like, no, dude, I'd rather drive from Reno to San Diego. It's like, okay. And because you brought up a cop. So we, at the time,
Put over by a cop.
so we got a Kia Soul to take down there, right? So we took the Kia Soul. I want to see how fast this thing could go. I got pulled over at 119 miles an hour. And in California, anything over 100 and in Nevada is a felony. So I know I didn't get strike with an F. Luckily, he was like, oh, it's your birthday. Why are you going to San Diego? I was all snakes. Immediately, 5 minutes, he's like, go get that snake. Dude, he was really cool about it. And he was like, I'm going to have to mark you down for a ticket, though, at 99, and I'll let it, get a ticket, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of it, he was like, dude, that's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
So, now, I mean,
role play. Let's role play then. All right. You're the woman. You got your 2. Let's say you got a daughter and a son in the car. You got 50 snakes in the back seat. And I'm the cop. All right. Let's just role play. I want to see how you get out of this. I'm walking up to the car. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over today?
I feel like, why?
And I'll say, and I look in the back seat and I say, holy shit. Sir, what is all that in your back seat?
Ball pythons.
And I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 50 snakes back there. Why do you have 50 snakes in your back seat?
Because I'm either, first off, once again, because of the story, I'm either 1, a collector, a hobbyist, or 2, I'm a breeder. I breed these things. Here's my YouTube channel. Here's my Instagram. Here's my Facebook. Here's all this information to show you that I do this for fun and just having them around me.
Okay, sir, I get you're a breeder, but you're not breeding in your car. Why do you have 50 snakes on the highway right now?
Either I bought them all. Once again, don't know the full story. So either I bought them all or I'm going to an expo where I bought my table to sell these snakes.
I don't like it. Jail. Nope. Jail, you struck out. I'm just kidding, man. I don't know. I think that it was a bad decision on her because the world is fucked up. People already look at snakes bad. So she should have rethought it. Think about like if Troy was going to a show. I don't think he's putting them all in his car. He's probably getting a U-Haul. He's probably getting U-Haul. He's probably getting some kind of way to transport these to where, people just like, okay, they don't know what's going on. But to be on the highway, to have your kids back there, they're probably like, well, you're endangering your kids. I don't know if these snakes are venomous. They don't know. I think that she should have just kind of thought about it a little more before she did it. I'm not mad at her, but if you're truly a snake, if you're in this hobby, it's just some things you just don't do because it's going to reflect badly on us.
But once again, so you're telling me this. Let's just say this. I want to put another hypothetical in your head. Once I'm up to like putting out like clutches, like let's just say 40 clutches a year, right? And I'm at that point. You're going to tell me I'm not able to drive to San Diego. I'm not able to drive to Sacramento, San Francisco. How am I going to go?
Not one car. No.
Bull. I call bullshit. And here's why. Like, I can once again, I mean, state to state, it's going to matter, right? Every state has a different law, but at the same time, I am trying to do what I love. And for them to be like, okay, this is like, for me, I'd buy like a van and I would rip out the back seats. So my kids most likely wouldn't be there. And I'd, set up a racking system in there that was bolted to the van. Everything was secure. But even then, when they're like, what's in there? Snakes. You want to see one? Like, make them interested in it. Like, there has to be, I don't know. There's more to that story that I don't know about. That's why it's hard to touch it. You see what I'm saying?
I'll be honest with you, BPO. For me, I'd never be in that situation because if the cops get behind me and hit their lights and I got 50 snakes in the trunk, I'm going on the high speed. You have to catch me. Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can.
Anybody here been on the high speed, man? Now, if you're in the chat, comment. If you have 50 snakes in your car and the cop get behind you, are you pulling over and letting them search your car? Or are you going on a high speed? If you're in the chat, let me know what's going on. And while they're typing their answers, man, you know, we almost won an amazing hour BPL. I'm gonna give everybody in the chat a challenge. Share this show out, man. If we can get like 3 or 4 shares and maybe 100 views, maybe we'll do a second show next week. So share the show out, like it. Let's get those views up. Let's get those likes out.
Yeah, we'll do the normal Thursday show, but we might add another one.
So let's do us a favor. We definitely want to increase while y'all are typing out answers. Do us a favor. We would definitely want to increase our viewers. You know, so if you can, share the show out. You know, it's a show where we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. We have fun with it. Hopefully we can get. I'm giving us a challenge. If we can get 3 or 4 shares and maybe 100 views, we might do a second show next week. So, anyways, let's get back to the question. BPO, what's up?
I got one more thing to say before we do, you know, because we only go an hour. I got one more thing to say, and this is, if you guys in the chat want to see the most hilarious, and I'm not joking because me and my wife went through a lot of these videos, the most hilarious one chip challenge. This was made by the devil. Who was the chef? Who made this? Satan? Dude, you guys need to go check out Derrick's live stream when he went and did the one chip challenge. That shit was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. I sent him a super chat. Like, dude, you had me rolling and fucking laughing, bro. And my wife. And I'm going to do the one chip challenge. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy it tonight. And when I get the chip, I'll do the one chip challenge. And I thought that shit was hilarious as fuck, bro.
I'll let you know that chip is really hot, BPL.
All right. Like I said, I want to do it. I want to do it different though. I want to take the one chip, eat it, and then once it starts getting hot, I'm probably going to do a shot of Fireball.
Oh, you tripping, bro. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to be in your chat watching. Now, I think that'll be fun, man. I can't wait till you do the one chip challenge, man. Now, let's get back to the question because I got to end here shortly. I got to get back to work. Shout out to Cold Blooded Monstars, man. He said, I got a Hellcat Durango. I'm out of there. He said, if I got 50 snakes in my car and the cop get behind me, I'm not stopping. I'm right there with you. I'm not stopping. So I wouldn't even have been in the news because you got to catch me. BPL, if you have 50 snakes in your car and the cops get behind you, are you stopping?
Fucking A. I'm sorry. I'm on that stopping urge, and here's why. I'd rather spread knowledge. I can understand, once again, if it was like I had 50 cobras, yeah, I'm probably going to haul ass. But ball pythons, no.
I love it, man. I love it, man. Well, this was an amazing show. Again, before we end this show, like I said, BPL, you killed it, man. 3 amazing topics. I think we had like 4 awesome topics to talk about. Hopefully, like I said, we want to increase our base. So at least I'm giving y'all a challenge. If y'all want to see more of the show, let's try and get us at least 3 or 4 shares. Tag me in BPL, Facebook or YouTube. Share it out. And tell your friends to watch. If we can get at least 3 or 4 shares and at least 100 views on tonight's show, me and BPL will think about doing an extra show, man. And that's what it's about, man. Just having somewhere we can come, chat about what's going on in the hobby, give you our ideas and get y'all ideas, man. So I'm gonna let BPL end it, man. You end it with your final thought, man. You like the modern Jerry. There you go. Give me your final thought, bro.
This is how I feel. I think everyone that has joined tonight, even if you haven't joined, you're watching this later on, you're fucking rock and are awesome. And not only that, I would like to see some people in the chat join up on this show one of these days, like we're talking about guests. And even if it's not them, but just in general, like getting cold-blooded up here, getting fucking morbids, getting TNT balls, getting, you know, even outside the community that we have, like, and talking about these things with another third person or another person, so we get another point of view and perspective out of it. But that's Derrick's Reptiles. I'm Ball Python Love. You guys fucking rock. And you guys know it. Got that shit all day long. Until next time, peace the fuck out. Love y'all.